Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jaws here from the Tech Geeks, and as you can see in the description, I'm going to actually be talking real quick, and I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible about the whole Mine-O-Rama situation. Now, if most of you don't know, which I'm sure you do, but any of you who don't know, Mine-O-Rama was supposed to happen this month, this weekend, which is July the 12th and July the 13th of 2014, in New York City, at the piers, in New York City. Everyone expected, Mine-O-Rama was going to happen this coming weekend. Everyone couldn't wait. And then all of a sudden today, the rumor mill started swirling up on Twitter. And the very first person who actually posted anything on Twitter about Mine-O-Rama either being canceled or postponed was Sky Does Minecraft. He had stated and showed a picture of the hotel he was staying at. He actually booked the hotel through the Mine-O-Rama website. He wanted to they wanted to contact him to let him know that the actual event was canceled, and that's what it said in the letter or the email, was that the event was canceled. And they were going to, give him his money back, etc. And there was no reason for him to fly out there or anything like that. So once he posted that, of course, Twitter was abuzz with all the Minecrafters out there in our little happy little world of Minecraft. People were going crazy. They were wanting answers. I was even one of them. Once Shulu told me that there's rumors that it's either postponed or canceled, I went on Twitter. I went to the Mineorama Twitter page, and I had asked them because, we were planning on being there and doing our thing. With that being said, I said, please respond. I guess within about 40 minutes after I posted that and a bunch of other people, they had finally responded on Twitter and on their website, to where they had said, as of right now, Mine-O-Rama is postponed. The whole spiel of, we're sorry, we're just upset as you are, the normal basic lines that you're going to give when something doesn't go according to plan, so to speak. So with that being said, I'm just going to give, my opinions, fill you guys in on a little bit from what us tech geeks were talking about today, and so on and so forth. First thing I'm going to touch on is people out there saying that it's a scam. Listen, I can't agree or disagree on that right now. Does it sound like a scam now? Yeah, it does sound like a scam. If you go on their website, it had stated that ticket purchases were basically non-refundable. You take the full risk of purchasing a ticket to this event. If something was to happen, basically you don't get your money back. That's what they had said. Now, Terwathian, the owner of Tech Geeks, he actually paid for everyone's ticket to go to Mine-O-Rama. I mean, we got Tony and Chaos, two of our developers from New Zealand. That flights from New Zealand to America are not cheap. We're talking about, we're looking at like thousands of dollars to fly round trip from New Zealand to America here. And not just our people, but the people out there who were planning on going to this event. It's not right. It's really not right what happened here at such short notice. I mean, you give people, 4 days? What's today? The 8th? Well, it's now the 8th. So it was 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. You give people 5 days? Well, 4 days, really, because people are going to be coming in, on the 10th or the 11th, maybe the 9th. So with that being said, it's not right. It's not right what you're doing. It's just not right. I don't agree with what they did. I think they did it way too short of a notice. Way too short of a notice. I mean, if you really weren't certain if you were going to be able to pull this off, you should have let people know within a month ahead. I mean, honestly. People have purchased plane tickets or purchased hotels for this event that are non-refundable. For instance, me and Shulu, we purchased our transportation to go down there, can't get refunded that stuff, okay? Hotels can't get refunded that stuff. We're talking more than a couple $1,000 here for people that are now basically going to have to plan a trip to New York City and hope that they have money left over to possibly enjoy themselves for a few days. I mean, it's wrong. It's unethical. You can sit there and defend the people who are running this Mine-O-Rama and say, some things don't work out according to plan, and sometimes it takes a little longer. Well, like I said, that's when you actually gotta, think and use that head meat that you were given when you were created and put on this earth to actually realize that within a month's time you should know or not if you're going to be able to pull this off. And we should have had some kind of 411 last month at some time. And see, I'll give you a little bit of inside detail. I'll tell you this right now. We had heard from the tech geeks. Us tech geeks have heard through other sources close to people who are going to Mine-O-Rama, who are going to be, celebrity guests at Mine-O-Rama. We had heard through sources from them that supposedly Mine-O-Rama was not doing very well. This was like a month or two ago. We had heard that Mine-O-Rama wasn't really doing very well. They were worried that they may not be able to have a Mine-O-Rama because they were kind of losing money. They weren't really making anything from what we had heard, okay? And that they didn't know if they would have the money to be able to afford the piers and stuff like that. We took it seriously, but then we never heard anything else of it. We did. We heard that, yeah, it's still going on. It's still going on, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Being that I got an inside source that said a few months ago that they were worried that they weren't going to be able to possibly do this whole Mine-O-Rama thing. That's when they should have decided, hey, should we postpone this back, not in July, but maybe push it back. See, what they were worried about postponing it was the backlash, but the backlash now is even worse, being that they postponed it 4 or 5 days before people were going to be in New York City ready for this event. So, it's a mess. It really is. And I will tell you this right now. We had talked about this today, as in the tech geeks and the ones who were going, which was me, Tony, Chaos, and Shulu. And we had basically said that we just want our money back. We will do whatever it takes to get our money back, and we will not be going to this event. We don't care if they postpone it for next month. We're not going to support this because of the way they handled it. They didn't handle it professionally, and that's what we try to do here at the Tech Geeks. We try to handle everything we do in the most professional manner as possible. We don't want to get into little argument fights or pissing matches with people. We just handle it, and we ignore the people that we need to ignore and move on. We just feel in their situation, they just didn't handle it professionally. A few days before the event, you're going to postpone it. That's not right. It doesn't seem right. Captain Sparkles, a.k.a. Jordan, came out today and said that's why he didn't throw his ring in his hat in the ring, so to speak, to be a part of this event, because he just didn't feel that it was as true as what it was actually saying it was. It's just it's a mess. And the first thing I want to say, and it's not my fault, but the first thing I want to say is sorry to all you people out there who had already gotten plane tickets that you can't cancel, already booked hotel reservations that you can't cancel. It's a shame. It really, really is a shame. My whole stance on the Mojang thing and the whole EULA thing. Instead of Mojang actually worrying about, stopping people from making Minecraft fun, how about stop the people who are ruining and abusing Minecraft for what it is? Why not just go after them people? I can't sit here and honestly say that the Mine-O-Rama people, or whatever the hell their names are, their official names are, I can't say that they're trying to scam people. Does it look like that? You have a very good argument that I cannot, rebuttal whatsoever to actually sit there and say that they're not trying to scam people. It just looks too fishy right now. And I am so sorry to all you guys who were planning on going. I will let you know this for sure. I will let you know this. We are still going to New York for them few days that Mine-O-Rama was going to go on. like I said, me, Tur, Chaos, Tony, and Shulu, and her brother, we're all going to go. We're going to have a good time. We're going to catch some Broadway shows, I guess. That's what I was told, Broadway. I never watched a Broadway show. But Tur wants to watch a Broadway show. So I guess we're going to catch some Broadway shows and do some other things as well, And if you guys are in New York at any given time whatsoever, hit me up on my Twitter. I'll have my phone. If you say, hey, Jaws, I'm here right now, and I'd love to meet you guys or something like that. If you email or if you tweet us at Tech Geeks LLC, if you don't have that, if you're not following that already, you should be. What's wrong with you? You can find it in my Twitter followers. I'm following Tech Geeks LLC, of course. So if you are down there, if you don't know what to do, if you would love to meet Tech Geeks, the people who were a part of creating the Geek Nation that you're a part of and love. Of course, you guys are the other part, the biggest part. But the fact is if you'd love to meet us in person, just to talk to us, shoot the shit, have a good time, whatever, make sure you tweet us and say, hey, Jaws, I'm here, and, blah, 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 where are you at? Could we meet somewhere, whatever, and we'll see if we can meet you somewhere. I mean, there's no guarantees because we do have things planned already. We also heard about the whole bunch of YouTubers and stuff like that that are basically trying to do a get-together kind of deal to meet with some of the Minecraft YouTubers out there and stuff. My thing on that is thank you to all the YouTubers out there. And the people out there, as in, like, I heard Mineplex is one of them. They're willing to throw out some money to try to get some little event going in the park, I guess, Central Park. That's what I heard. Who else? MC Pro Hosting, I guess, we're throwing their hat in the ring. Sky Does Minecraft was throwing his hat in, or his money in, so to speak. They were all trying to throw in some money, chip in, and have a little event for you guys, meet and greet, and that kind of deal. And that's great. And to any of you out there who basically down that, any of you out there who say, that's nothing. What's wrong with you? I mean, these people, they're not a part of this situation that happened. And, you have to understand that they're doing what they can for the fans out there, because let's be honest, the players, the fans, whatever, you guys are what keeps us going. You guys are what keeps us going all the time. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd have no reason to do this. And that's the same with the YouTubers. They would have no reason to do YouTube anymore. For the most part, if it wasn't for you guys. You guys watching them, giving them views, thumbing their videos up, etc. Within the YouTube world, that keeps them going, that keeps them paying their bills, that keeps them from having to work a 9 to 5 to where they can spend as much time as they can working on their product for you guys every single day on YouTube. And that's the same with the Tech Geeks and any other Minecraft server out there who's not trying to rip you off for the most part. You guys coming into our servers, giving us them donations and stuff like that, and of course getting something in return, you guys are what keep us alive. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd have to go work our 9 to 5s. We wouldn't be able to take time in working on Minecraft servers around the clock to try to give you guys awesome content. So, with that being said, thank you to all the fans out there. And once again, I feel terrible for you guys who are basically stuck in a situation here where you have to go, or if you don't go, you're going to lose the money anyways. In the whole situation of the Mine-O-Rama thing, if you guys don't want to go anymore because this really leaves a sour taste in your mouth, this is so important, you need to use the power of your voice. You need to be heard, and you need to demand refunds. Full refunds of your money. That's what you need to do. I mean, I know we're going to. We're talking about 5 tickets here, or 6 tickets here, that are not that we want refunded, and we will push it to get our money back. We will. I mean, people are out there saying it's like grand larceny and it's like fraud and stuff like that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that. You have every right to get your money back. When they promised you something, that didn't happen, or they postponed, so to speak, and they won't even give you a date of when it's going to be. I mean, they do have a Q&A coming out, which is actually officially today now, which would be Tuesday, July the 8th, 2014. You know, they do have a Q&A coming out that they're going to answer questions, so to speak, on Twitter. I don't know if they're going to release information saying, okay, this is when it's pushed back to, but let's be honest here. Let's be straight up. I'm a father of 2 children, okay, and my son has to go back to school in August. Not only that, you know, the only other people I have to watch my kids are my parents, and my mother took a whole vacation week off just so I can go to New York and go to the convention, etc. You know, and she doesn't have any more vacation days after that. So even if I wanted to go to Mine-O-Rama, which I don't anymore, but even if I did want to go to Mine-O-Rama, you know, on the day they postponed it, I wouldn't be able to go. I wouldn't have anybody to watch my children. So of course my family comes first. So, you know, I wouldn't go. I'd be staying home. That kind of deal. And I mean, there's other people out there who have the same stories or similar stories or maybe different stories, but, you know, kind of match the whole format that I'm talking about here. You know, they're not going to be able to go now. You know, they wasted their money, and we deserve to have our money returned to us. When you promise us this and 5 days before the event or whatever, you back out or you postpone it, that's not right. That's not right to people. You're fiddling with people's lives. You're holding people's wallets, you know, on a string like this. That's not cool. That's not cool. No matter if you're trying to or not, and I'm basically talking to Mineorama people here, it's not right. And, you know, people do have the right to get their money back, and that's my point. And if they do not feel or they do not want to give the money back that you're asking for the tickets or whatever, you have every right, and I mean this. You or your family, if you're underage, whatever, have every right to take them to court. You have every right to sue them, whatever, you know, because you have that right to get your money back when they did what they did. It's just not right. I could see if they said a month ahead of time or a month and a half ahead of time or even 2 months ahead of time, hey, you know what, guys, listen, we can't do this, we got to postpone it, and they came out with a date, you know, a week from then. You know, like if they said it like 2 months ago, we can't do this, and then, you know, the next week they came out and said, this is the day we can actually do this, this is the day it'll work. Then I can understand you asking for your money back and them saying, hey, hold on now, we gave you plenty of notice. But being that they gave such short notice, I think it's right that they allow people to get their money back. People have the right to choose if they want to be a part of this now or not because of what they did and the way they did it. So with that being said, I wish you all the best of luck, no matter what. I will tell you this: if you paid with PayPal, if you've paid within the last 45 days or so, you can issue a chargeback and dispute this whole situation and give your side of the story. Now, if it's longer than 45 days, it's going to be a really hard situation. It's going to be really tough through PayPal. Another option, if you paid with a debit card, credit card, whatever, you can contact your company, your local bank, whatever, and let them know, and possibly try to get your money back with that, and, you know, just give your reasoning on why you did this and stuff like that. It's not hard to voice your opinion and make your voice known and heard, for sure. And, you know, if you are one of them people who attempt to try to get your money back, or contact them at their email, which you could find on their website, which is Mineorama.com or something like that. If you are one of them people who attempt to contact them and ask for your money back and they say no, you know, be the voice for the voiceless. Be the person that makes it known. You know, this is what they're saying to people. This is why, you know, this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, show it to the world. Show people what they're actually saying. No, we're not doing it. Or let people know that they're denying people refunds, even though they did this in a terrible way, kind of deal. So, all I can say is we're not going to Mine-O-Rama, no matter if it's next month or whatever. We're not going. We don't feel right about this whole situation with the way they handled it. And we are still going to New York on the days Mine-O-Rama was officially supposed to happen. And we do plan on going to them meetups and stuff like that if it's going to happen with the YouTubers and stuff like that. So we'll be at the meetups. If you're still going, if you're at the meetup, we hope to see you there. It'll be awesome. You know, we're not going to probably do what we originally intended on doing, which was we were getting custom shirts made and stuff like that. We're probably not going to do that now, just because it's not like an official convention. Hopefully, you know, with Minecon, you know, we know, you know, well, we don't really know what's going to happen with Minecon, with Mojang and their whole EULA bullshit. But, you know, I'm just saying, if Minecon does come around and, you know, we feel that it's okay and we're all right with going there, then, you know, then we'll get the whole fancy get-up going with the Tech Geek stuff and all that good stuff. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching this video. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. Thank you for you know, listening to me ramble about this, and I hope you listened and learned with this whole situation. You know, the world works in a lot of funny ways. It says it takes different people to make the world go around. I agree with that to a certain extent, but them bad ones out there, they need to be taken out of this world, that is. Send them over to Zimbabwe or something. So anyways, with that being said, guys, this is your boy Jaws, COO of the Tech Geek, saying God bless, don't stress, and always strive to do your very damn best. Peace out, Geek Nation. I love you.